please, did we not give you everything you wanted?
You'll finally know why I know all the things that you two don't know.
I trusted you.
Welcome back to the Quarantine Games. Here we are at the season finale of Social Distancing and Dungeons and Dragons. Last we met, our heroes found themselves at the mercy of the wretched wizard Groomshar in a Xanather hideout deep within the septic bowels of Waterdeep. After making short work of him but losing their grasp on Nilahur, the Mind Flayer, the crew returned to the streets above with Renaer and Floon in tow, ready to head back to the yawning portal to break the good news to their celebrity friend Volo.
Did someone say season finale?
I did, yes, we did say that.
Does that mean that we all die in this episode?
I don't think that's general. I mean, unless you do, then yes, but it's really up to you to make sure that doesn't happen.
Or make sure it does happen.
What is that on your face, Keza?
Oh, my scar?
Yes, I couldn't see it in the dark earlier.
Yes, we've been in the dark for many episodes. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I like that you pointed out her scar and she said, thank you.
It is a prideful thing to have scars.
Oh, okay,
They are
yeah.
battle wounds. It is a source of pride in my culture. Thank you very much for your judgment.
But you guys have lived in these characters now for nearly 2 months. How do you guys feel character-wise?
I would be shocked if you did not know how I felt about my two best friends here on the lovely Social Distancing Dungeons and Dragons show.
Yes.
I mean, Steve and me are just, we've become the best of friends. In fact, he has a tattoo of me on his behind.
When did that happen?
Wow.
That happened in the tunnels.
Look, who can say what happens when Renaer and I walk off, to go investigate stuff and you guys are left alone.
Oh.
We've had a nice little journey. Maybe after this I could send you a postcard or something, but other than that, I'm looking forward to that money and a bit in this place, a motherfucking ado.
So you guys were just in a little halfling home that you climbed up into out of the sewers, and I believe you frightened them. Stephanos ate a salve.
Yes, my head is floating in the clouds right now.
Oh, you're feeling the effects in a different way.
So what are the effects of eating a salve?
I don't know, but I'll let you know as time progresses here, but I definitely feel floaty.
He's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I do.
Can't we go to like an Airbnb or something and take a shower? We smell like shit. We're covered in shit.
Do a little perception check, see what's around you.
So I got a 10 for perception.
Well, you don't see any Airbnbs or inns around here. As far as you can gather, to your knowledge, the closest place that would have running water was the small, tiny halfling home that you just walked out of.
Well, let's do a little 180 here, and then let's go back, take a shower in their tiny little bathtub, and then we'll come back out here all fresh and ready to go.
Okay, well, you walk in the front door, and the children scream, and they run again into the back room. The father and the mother are trembling in fear. They say, please, did we not give you everything you wanted? What?
Don't mind me. I'm just here to take a shower. Actually, if you could give me a bar of soap, that would be great. Just gonna hop in the shower, then I'll get out of your hair.
They pass you a bar of soap.
Look, I'm sorry for my friend Steve. He doesn't really have any social boundaries. He was sort of raised outside of cities. He doesn't really know how to talk to people.
Almost done in here, rub-a-dub-dub. Just get it right under the armpits.
You'll also notice the smell, even after he washes it, it's just sort of always there. Please don't say anything. He has a really sensitive ego. Anyway, if you guys just don't mind us cleaning up a little bit, we'll be on our way very shortly. What is your name?
Done. You guys could work on your water pressure in there. It's a little soft.
What?
It's just my opinion. If you run down to Home Depot, get that fixed real quick.
Anyway, I'm gonna also clean up and heal my wounds real quick in your shower. Steve, I'll take that bar. So, here's Renaer. Will you please give this lovely woman a bit of that a bar of that silver for her trouble?
Yes, absolutely. You've been gracious hosts, and we appreciate your kindness.
Can I have some more of that plant that you had earlier?
The older man of the family, Merwick, he hobbles over to you. I think I might have some more in the bottom drawer here. Hang on.
Wonderful. Do you know how I apply this to my wounds?
Alrighty, all done. Thank you.
Give me the soap. I'm gonna go take a shower. Be right back.
Go take a shower. Sir, there's no, obviously he's not meant to be eating the salt, but it's not deteriorating or addictive at all.
It is a little addictive, but
not poisonous.
Okay, I'm done with my shower.
Well, you are very small.
Check that one off the list.
he is very small.
Can I ask, are we healed or just clean?
You're healed. It was let's consider this a short rest.
Oh, I'm more than healed right now.
Oh yeah, you're lifted.
Let's leave then. Look, thank you guys so much. I appreciate your hospitality. We are actually leaving this time, for sure. We will not be back. Thank you, and goodbye.
I now bless this house 5 times. Bless, 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 bless.
Thank you. They shut the door and you hear many locks. Back on the street, you guys are feeling great, especially Stephanos. Okay, so you make your way up north to the yawning portal. You know, there's a few people who meet the eyes of Renair and seem to recognize him, but mostly people let you mind your own business, keep on moving. You arrive at the yawning portal and it is already bustling, even though it's pretty early in the morning. It seems like people in this town sure do love to drink. You scan the crowd and you can see your good friend Volo there, sitting at the bar. He seems to be already drinking a bit anxiously.
I walk up to Volo. I'm right in his face, straight right in his face, like 2 centimeters between me, his face and my face. Volo!
Whoa, okay.
Yes!
Okay, let's get back.
Okay.
Sorry, Volo.
Wow.
He's had a
Close.
You remember your biggest fan?
Yes. What has happened here?
We have Floon.
Floon!
Dear friend. He's with us.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I never thought I'd see you again.
Oh, well, this reunion is quite a good one, but about our payment.
Yes, of course. As you know, I am a celebrity and I will get to that. I think first, let us drink to your arrival. Floon, incredible to see you. Volo stands up at the bar and commands the room. Ladies and gentlemen, bend your ears and raise your eyes and flaggards. While it is true, I may be the most renowned among us being a celebrity. But today, I am not. I that deserve your undying adulation. No, it is these brave heroes who, when fate called upon them, they answered passionately and without hesitation. Keza, the brave brute who never loses sight of the mission at hand. Stephanos, whose size is inversely matched only by his inspiring compassion. And Steve. Yes, they answered the call in a time when the call often goes unanswered. And as a result, a good man, Floon, has returned safely to the yawning portal. Please, bravest adventurers, for the sake of the people, tell us what perils you faced, what treachery you laid to righteous waste. Basically, give us the highlights so we can raise a toast and drink.
Well, Bard, would you do the honors?
I'd feel a lot better about telling the story if I just saw that cash. You catch my drift, Volo?
Yes, I understand. Look, I confess. Hang on, everybody. You'll hear that story. Just a second.
Hey, everybody
now.
in this bar, take a look here.
Well,
You're about to watch this man. If you all want to see what a man looks like without a head, you should come look over here.
Very
because
good. That's plenty. Now, just come over here a second. Now, I confess that I have a few coins to spare. I didn't get the manuscript out in time, that's true. But never let it be said that Volo reneges on a promise. Allow me to present something much more valuable. Volo holds out a scroll tube, and he says, "This is the deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep." And he hands you a deed for this historic building in the North Ward that is truly worth much, much more than he had initially promised to pay you.
What is this property? How did you come by it?
Well, it's a historic manor. It's called Troll Skull Manor up there in Troll Skull Alley. And I bought it for a song, but people don't quite realize its worth. It is worth much, much more than I paid for it. And I invite you to stay there. Perhaps use it as a base of operation as you continue to help the fair people of this city.
Are you giving us the house or are you letting us stay there?
It's all yours.
Yes, but Volo,
What?
I trusted you.
Oh, you've upset him. Oh, you upset Stephanos.
I thought you were going to give us money.
Oh.
I did a perception check on you.
I thought you guys would enjoy this. I thought it would be a wonderful little gift.
You broke the kid's heart, Volo. Can you see that?
Okay, I think I just passed out on the floor. So I'm passed out. So you guys figure this out.
Why are you
Passed out.
I don't know. I've never taken these like things before, so I don't know. It's affecting my body in weird ways.
Yeah, okay. He's just unconscious. I think he's fine. His pulse,
He's just
his pulse
zonked.
is fine. He's just, all right, well, I just get out a piece of fabric and then just toss him in it on my back like a baby, so that we don't leave him behind. Volo, thank you. I apologize for the misunderstanding.
Yes.
We're very excited by the property of this house and its value.
It's a deal of a lifetime. I don't know.
Thank you. Would you mind coming with us to show us around a bit? We're new in
happy
town. We don't really know how to get there, and we'd love a tour.
Of course.
Thank
It's a beautiful home. I'm happy to show it to you. But
Beautiful.
would you mind regaling the crowd with your story?
Yeah, all right. So we met this stupid guy who thought he was a celebrity and told us to find this other stupid guy who's also maybe a celebrity.
That's me.
We went into this little cavern. We found the one stupid guy and then brought him back to this stupid guy, and now this other stupid guy is trying to rip us off. Good story. Let's take a shot.
Yeah, Renair pipes up and says, these heroes are being modest. The sewer was no walk in the park. There was no shortage of vile creatures down there in the depths. The Stephanos here can show you the eyes of the wretched gazer that dared trifled with us. And you should have seen Steve here square off with a dimwit goblin. What was his name? Chusby or something?
It was.
A pitiful
Something like
death
that.
for a pitiful creature, entirely deserved. Let us raise our glasses to the heroes!
You forgot about I decapitated a guy.
The whole crowd cheers and, they raise their glasses, turns into a real party.
I wake up. I raise my glass as well.
What the?
Oh, hey! Hi, you're doing okay. All right, well, come back down then.
Wakes up when the booze is here.
A little halfling in the crowd runs up to Stephanos and says, hello, I'm Gillifeld. And Stephanos, I want you to know that you're a real hero to me. I too aspire to rid this world of the malignant parties that prey upon the good and the honest, and you have shown me that it is possible to do so while remaining in the light. I have made you this modest gift to remind you to keep your values close to your heart. And he reaches in his pocket and pulls out a little felt badge that's like a little raven clutching a scroll. And he says, thank you, Stephanos, and he gives it to you.
I don't do well with compliments, so cool.
He runs off. And then another person comes up to Steve. Hello, I'm Ban Sartez. I gamble with Floon here, and I just want to say it hasn't been the same without him. So I don't mean to get all philosophical here, but the things you do and the choices you make, they ripple out into the pond of the universe. And this pond's a little livelier now that our good friend Floon is back. So please accept this as a token of my appreciation. I would have lost it to Floon gambling anyway these past few nights. So here you go, thank you again. And he hands you a small leather purse containing 25 dragons.
Aw.
I accept the gift, and I'm gonna give it back to you because I did this for money. So, you can't really accept that. I didn't do this for anything that was good-natured or of an altruistic fashion. It was
Okay.
all just so I could get some money, so you could take those dragons and have yourself a good night with your pal Floon.
Finally, two young children approach with their mother. She nudges one of them forward, and she says, they have something to say to you. Go on, Slegra. It's okay. The little one, Slegra, looks at her feet as she talks, and she says, I wanted you to know that goblins like me, sometimes people think we are bad, and that's because there are a lot of bad goblins out there, but
Oh, that's funny that you would say that. I actually met a bad goblin in the sewer. You might have known him. You kind of look like him, actually. You didn't by chance have a father that guarded maybe an underground sewer, did you?
The other goblin child, a boy, speaks up and he looks at his mother and he says, "Well, Mom, is now when we..." And the mother says, "Yes, Chusby Jr., now." And the boy says, "We're gonna kill you for killing our dad." Kerek Nor! In a blinding frenzy, the familial goblin trio flips backward and simultaneously unsheathes 3 shining scimitars. They land, their weapons brandished, a hunger for vengeance burning in their eyes.
Jesus.
Roll for initiative.
I've always wanted the team wiped achievement.
15 plus 2, I have 17 initiative.
I have 16.
4 plus 2 equals 6.
The goblin, how did we kill that one?
You let Steve slowly push a blade into his chest.
I forgot. You Saving Private Ryan'd him.
I did Saving Private Ryan him. I saw him regret everything that he ever had done in his life that led up to that.
Who is Ryan and why are you saving Private him?
Oh.
It's actually funny. This is a great time for me to actually bring that up. You'll finally know why I know all the things that you two don't know. We may die at the hands of these children, so why not tell you why I am who I am?
Sure.
Saving Private Ryan was directed by my father, my human piece of shit dad that left me and my mom. And then we somehow ended up in this world, though I know my mom is, I guess, an elf, so.
Steven Spielberg fucked an elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the only, one of the only women that he could see eye level. Look, Steven Spielberg is my favorite director of all time. He just happens to be my dad who left me. Boo-hoo, bad things happen to people. You gotta get over it, you know? Like Stefanos here probably murdered his whole family, still hasn't gotten over it.
I did not murder my whole family, although, never mind, not today.
Yeah, I thought so.
You've had this micro conversation, mostly with glances at each other in this beat of a moment, but you all understand what was communicated. Unfortunately, the goblin matriarch, Milks, is swinging her scimitar at you, so you should probably pay attention to that. She swings and misses, so off to a great start for you guys on that front. Next up is Stefanos.
I point my crossbow at Chesby Jr. and fire immediately at him. I roll 14 plus 4.
That's a hit.
That kid's a goner.
8 damage.
You aim your crossbow at Chusby Jr. It's a direct hit. The bolt goes right between his eyes, and it pins him to a wall, and he is dead.
I gotta say, he said the same thing that his father said to me before he died. Nothing.
Next up is Keza.
All right, I'll go after the mother. Bring out my great sword and try to beat her back with it. I rolled a 12 plus 4, so 16.
That is a miss. You swing and miss.
A miss?
Milks jumps to the side, and she says, "You think I'm as easy to kill as my low-T husband and my little boy?"
Sounds like that marriage was on the rocks far before he came into the picture.
Next up is
My
Steve.
mistake, ma'am. You are spry.
I'm gonna take my rapier out. I'm gonna throw it in the air, and I'm gonna do a roundhouse kick that hits the bottom of the rapier handle, and it's gonna go flying right into that wife's forehead.
Okay,
Rolling the D20.
sure.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I rolled a 2. So,
The sword flies into the bar and lands in a keg. Beer starts spraying all over people, and they all cheer some more.
yeah. I did that on purpose. That was for showmanship.
Next up is Slegra. She turns towards Stefanos and says, "Just like Papa taught me." And she takes out her scimitar.
What did he teach you? Blah, 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 blah.
She swings her scimitar at Stefanos' feet, and Stefanos, a spry little fella, just jumps and woohoo! Yeah, just clears right over him. Next up is Milks, who says, "You'll pay for what you did to my sweet Chusby," and swings at Keza. You're able to jump a little bit out of the way, but she does nick you. That's going to be 3 points damage.
I've had worse.
Next up is Stefanos.
Alrighty, I have a decision to make. I'm getting hungry and I like goblin meat. I do want to
Jesus
eat that child I just
Christ.
killed.
I'm glad I had you figured out right from the beginning.
You know what? I can hold my hunger for just a moment. I am going to do a sacred flame on Milks. So Milks, I'm looking you right in the eye, and I'm gonna milk you like a cow.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but let's see how this works out for him.
Milks is not saved, so roll for damage.
Hell yeah! I rolled a 6.
Milks' hair catches on fire, and the scalp, you smell the scent of burning scalp. Next up is our good friend Keza.
Well, I am going to take out my glaive to attack Milks because I do not want to catch on fire. So I'm going to place a little bit of distance between her and myself, and I'm going to stab right in her face. 6 plus 4 is 10.
You do not stab her in the face.
Wait, is she not dead? Her head's on fire.
She's a sturdy woman.
I guess I'm gonna have to kill this lady. Here we go. I'm gonna take a dagger and I'm just gonna throw it right in between her eyes.
Good choice.
I rolled an 18 plus 4 is 22.
That's a hit.
Hey, there we go.
Roll for damage on the dagger.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
Yeah. You do hit her right between the eyes, and the dagger sticks in her large skull. And she continues to swing wildly and attack you all.
That is impossible.
Next up
She is sturdy.
is Slegra, who screams, "Papa, guide my steel!" And she swings toward Steve. That's gonna be a hit on Steve.
Just a little nick.
That's 8 damage.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh no!
What did she do to him?
She got you right in the tummy, and you are passed out on the ground.
Wow, that's a hell of a swing there.
Slegra kissed her fingers and goes, "Thank you, Papa."
Holy shit. I want to adopt her.
Next up is Milks, who says, "That's just like I taught you. Papa would be real proud of you."
How is
Now
she
turns-
speaking right now? She has a knife in her head and her head's on fire.
She turns back toward Keza and swings her scimitar. That is definitely a miss. So,
excellent.
despite talking some trash, she is not on the top of her game at the moment. Next up is Stephanos.
Okay, I have a few options here again. I love my options. First option is save the dead. But you know, it's quite nice to have it be a bit quiet right now. So
Yeah, let's just live
leave
in
that
this,
body
let's
there.
live in this silence a little bit. I think
Wonderful.
maybe just keep him passed out for a minute.
I'm going to take my crossbow. I'm going to point it at Steve for fun.
And we cheer and we giggle and we laugh.
I snap out of it and I point the crossbow at Milks.
Because you had it pointed at Steve, Milks was very confused, so I'm gonna give you advantage on this roll, so you can roll 2 d20s and pick the higher one.
Okay,
Good,
I rolled
good
an
strategy.
8, and then I rolled an 18.
That's a hit.
There we
Nice.
go,
Damn it.
baby.
I rolled a D. Oh my lord! I rolled a 7 plus 2, 9.
All right, you sever one of Milks's arms. Blood
Arms?
starts spurting out of it.
She's still alive?
She's still
Still
alive.
alive.
This is unbelievable.
A tough woman, but boy, oh boy, she is not looking great. Next up is Slegra. She says, "Oh, you think you're gonna hurt my mama now too?" And she runs toward Keza, swinging her scimitar.
Look,
once
if
again.
you just chill, then I could teach you a thing or two. You could come with us. You could join us.
She is not very
Don't think she could be turned.
disciplined with the blade because she runs right past you.
Oh, goodbye.
Steve, why don't you roll a d20 and see if you inch closer to death?
Yeah, that's gonna be an inch closer to death. I rolled a 2.
Oof, okay. Next up is Milks, who turns her ire toward Stephanos on account of he really boomed her last round. And that is a hit, 3 damage.
Oh.
Next up is Stephanos.
I take my crossbow, I point it at Milks's spleen, because I heard that if that explodes, it's good. And I roll a d20. I roll 12 plus 4, 16.
That is a miss. You don't know where the spleen is, apparently, but it's definitely not over there. Next up is Keza.
I would like to, Slagra, is that her name, the daughter?
Slegra.
I would like to attempt to disarm her and sort of calm her down and see if I can have a heart-to-heart and make her realize that she could have a much better situation than
It
she
seems
has
like
now.
a foolproof plan, trying to appease to a child's good side while her mother's head's on fire with a dagger sticking out of her forehead. I can't see how this is gonna go wrong, but let's just see how this one plays out.
Look, it didn't seem like she had a very stable home life. Maybe we could provide something else. What am I rolling for?
Charisma, I guess.
I rolled a 6 plus 2 is 8.
What do you say to her?
Hey. So I know things have been rough, and I know your mom's on fire, but you show a lot of promise as a fighter, and the way you took down my friend, that was some A+ stuff right there. And look, I'm a hardened fighter from many years of war and killing evil men. So look, if you wanted to join me, I could teach you so many
Slegra takes
things.
a dagger and stabs it directly through your hand and then runs away.
Okay.
Next
All
up
right.
is Steve.
Well, okay.
That's 1 point of damage for you. Next up is Steve with a saving throw.
Well, that's what happens when you try and befriend the daughter of the mother whose head you just set on fire.
I was trying to help. Stephanos is just gonna shoot her with a crossbow.
Stephanos is gonna shoot us all before this all ends, so it doesn't even matter. I rolled an 8.
Wait, so does he have like one more throw before?
Right.
If he rolls one more, he will be pretty much there. So we'll see what happens.
Dead as hell. Toast.
Next up is Slegra, who turns back toward Keza now that she's got some distance and aims her little short bow at her. That's a hit. She hits you with her short bow and causes 6 damage. So she hits you right in the shoulder meat there. And you
This
got a little
is
poke
not.
sticking
I was being nice, and you are being difficult and bad.
She looks at you and says, "Papa said I was the best fighter in the city."
Papa's rotten in hell right now.
Next up is Milks, who turns toward Stephanos and swings the old scimitar.
Oh, no.
Swings and misses, because
thank the Lord.
she is not doing too well. Stephanos, it's your turn.
Steve, I know you want to die because you don't want to hear my voice anymore, so I'm going to spare the dying on you right now. I use spare the dying on you.
Oh wow, so glad to be back on Earth when I was only a few feet away from the pearly gates where they had free beer.
Hi, Steve.
Yay, you're back.
Hi, Steve. Next up is Keza.
Everything I'm doing is failing, but out of just sheer anger and disbelief at my situation, I pull the dagger from out of my hand and I huck it at the tiny child.
Okay, well,
And I got +4, so 8.
you hit someone in the crowd and they look at their arm and go, "Ha ha!" And everybody laughs. Next up is Steve, who's back in it.
I am having an off day, guys.
I approach the child and I say, look, I'm not sorry what I did to your father. And in that shock moment, I used that to my advantage
You do
to
have
stick it right through her neck.
She does let her guard down for a single moment.
I rolled a 14, I suppose, 10 plus 4.
I think you underestimated Slegra's reflexes, because she ducked right under your blade and really does not seem to be phased. What a squandered opportunity. Next up is Slegra,
Unbelievable.
who turns her attention back towards Stephanos, since he was clearly having some fun the last round healing people. She takes out her little short bow, aims at him, misses wildly. Next up is Milks, who is still lumbering around.
I can't believe this lady's still alive.
pouring from her. She lumbers toward Keza and swings the scimitar. Misses. Boy, not a surprise there.
I
Next up
hope she
is
misses.
Stephanos.
I'm gonna use Sacred Flame again on that little punk rascal that killed my friend Steve.
Sure.
So there's a saving throw for you.
Oh, that's gonna affect Slegra for sure. Why don't you, was a roll for damage on that one?
Oh my god, a 2.
Certainly singed her a little bit. Next up is Keza.
I would like to pick up Slegra by the arm and the leg and do kind of one of those things where they spin around like in the Olympics and just huck her through a window.
Why don't you roll for athletics?
Okay, I rolled an 11.
You pick her up. And again, she is quite small. You do get a hold of her. You swing her around, throw her at the window, intending to throw her through the window, but she sort of catches the frame of it. Half her body crashes through the plate glass, and the other part of it just sort of slumps down onto the now jagged barrier, and it seems to have almost severed her in half.
Excellent.
And she is no longer moving.
Sounds good. The little girl from Barry is finally dead.
And now the bar has a window corpse decoration.
That's right. Now it's Steve's turn.
Well, now that we took care of her, I guess I'll finally put this lady out of her misery. I can't believe she's still alive. I almost respect it. I'm going to take my rapier and I'm going to stab her right through the throat. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna go through the neck. Just for sentimental purposes, I'm gonna stab her right through the heart.
Oh,
Slowly.
like a part two to her husband.
I rolled
What'd you
another
roll?
1.
You're not good at this.
That gives me a 5. Ah, damn, it breaks the heart.
You stabbed yourself in the foot.
Son of a
Oh
bitch.
my god.
Milks is not focusing, but still very angry. Takes a swing at Stephanos, and that's a hit.
Oh no.
What?
You are knocked unconscious by the scimitar.
Okay. 2 for 3 then.
Next up is
Trading
Stephanos. Take a saving throw if you
Oh, 14.
Not bad. Keza, your turn.
I'll just take out my great sword and try to just decapitate her.
There we go.
I roll a 3.
Oh my God.
Four is
This lady, she's goddamn Neo.
You unsheath your great sword and swing it at her and realize you're holding onto the wrong end of it. Not your finest hour. Steve, help us out here.
I rolled yet another 1. Plus 4 is 5. You've got to be shitting me. This lady, I swear to God. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
She's not even actively defending herself because she's like, there's blood pouring all over her face. Her hair is now ash.
Oh God.
But you are not landing these. She swings over at Keza. That's a miss because not seeing very well. Next up is Stephanos with a saving throw.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, that's 1 in the negative category. Keza, you're back up to plate.
I go up to her and then I just try to take hold of the dagger that's in her face already and just shove it deeper.
There we
Oh,
go.
Just
Team.
plow it deeper into her skull to try to just end it for her with the wound that she already has because I can't be trusted with my own weapons. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Thank you, God.
Grab the dagger and what are you doing exactly? Are you sort of like,
Maybe just like pushing her to the ground and just forcing it deeper into her face to just like kill her.
she almost looks like she's smiling as blood just pours out of the corners of her lips.
Jesus Christ, it's like a cyanide pill.
A few last crimson bubbles escape her maw, and that's it. Her eyes go dark, and she is no more. As the last goblin's final labored breath exits her perforated body, the room falls silent. Spectators, once cheerful, now look upon you all with confusion and concern. Volo climbs atop a table and raises a glass, and he says, "And they've done it again! 3 cheers for our heroes!"
Thank you, Volo.
And the tavern
Jesus
once
Christ.
more erupts with applause.
Thank you.
Stephanos, you regain consciousness.
I need a nap.
I think we all need a nap.
Volo says, well, if you need a nap, I've got a pretty good place for
Shut
you.
up, Volo. And get
Okay,
an
well,
God.
Jesus, come on, man. I'm your friend.
No, you're
Nobody
not.
talks to
No, you're
Volo.
not.
Well, we were about to go see this house that he promised with him, so.
Oh,
And
right.
He's coming
let's
with
go.
us. You're coming with us, Volo.
He
You're
is.
gonna look
He's-
at this house.
he's going to.
I'm gonna make sure you didn't Kevin McAllister the place. I don't want to walk in there and have my head set on fire.
Well, that wraps up your time here in the Yawning Portal. Volo takes you out into the streets and you make your way toward Troll Skull Manor. Perhaps you'll get some much-needed rest out here at this new manor. While you walk up the street, take some time to reflect upon this journey you've been on.
It's been great, guys. Thank you for helping me find a home and for showing me that I could have some friends.
We were the best of friends.
You're not gonna kill us in our sleep now, are you?
Why would you think I would kill you all? I've never killed anyone except for the enemies that we just had.
And your family. But other than that, yeah, you're right. Your slate is clean.
You're very deadly with a crossbow, though.
Well, you continue up the street, and the sound of your banter fades into the morning air. The city of Waterdeep may still be festering with a raging street war, and anyone with half a nose can sniff a sinister something simmering in the shadows. But thanks to our brave heroes, Floon Blagmar is among friends once more, and this small victory is enough to inspire a sense of solace, however fleeting, to the residents in this little corner of the city. What adventures await our funny little crew? Well, tough to say. But after a grueling jaunt through the town's underbelly, their newly acquired manor in Troll Skull Alley ought to provide a suitable venue for a little much-deserved rest and relaxation. Perhaps we'll check in on them again someday, but for the moment, what can one say but nickels and pickles, baby, I guess.